Fellas, how are you all doing? I am back, and just before we get into it, first of all, it is your boy Vinny XBL. Welcome back to another video. Just before we get into it, I do want to let you guys know that I am back now. I'm sorry I haven't been posting the reviews and shit for the basically the week that just passed. I thought I'd have this a quick break because it was just getting so much for me for some reason. Yeah, no, that's kind of the whole YouTube scene. You got to stay consistent, and I will promise you guys right now, I will be consistent from this point moving forward until the end of the season. That is for sure. Either later tonight or tomorrow. It's going to be a bit delayed, obviously, because I'm making the preview or review, now for Carlton Hawthorn. But tomorrow will most likely be when I get out the Vinny's top 5 talking points from round 3. Anyways, scratch that. We're already a minute in. So let's just get straight into it. I almost had a heart attack. I'm just gonna start with that right there. I almost physically had a heart attack watching that game Sunday afternoon. It was ridiculous. By the way, so for the watch along, if you guys saw the post I did on YouTube, you would have seen that I actually wasn't home, so I couldn't do a watch along for it. But anyways, I legit nearly had a heart attack. That was terrifying. I don't know how our players can make us go through that pain, man. I don't understand how they can just make us wait, just make us right on the edge of our seats when we have what was it, a 7-1 first quarter? Are you kidding me? And then that happens? Bro, what? But listen, hey, we're not here for the negatives, we're here for nothing but positives. Carlton are 3-0 in 2022. And that is a fantastic feeling, 3-0. And it's not like we've been easy. It has not been easy. Hawthorn, we should have won comfortably. I'll obviously get into that in a second. But of course, beating Richmond and Bulldogs were never going to be easy. And we ended up getting the wins in both those games too. So, it's just great to be 3-0 to start things off. It's really good after all the draining, all the hurt, pain us Carlton fans have had to go through in the last 2 decades realistically. It's just pain. So it's good to see some reward. And now let's get straight into the review. I'm just going to dive straight in and go into the midfield. Amazing, once again. Midfield did not let us down. Obviously, first quarter, first of all, let me just get that out there. Unbelievable. Our midfield, excellent once again. And it was just really good to see all of our players in the one midfield for the first time. Someone's been injured or had COVID or something. Chera wasn't the best, but it is his first game back from COVID, so I wasn't expecting too much from him. But once again, Cripps, Walsh, Kennedy, Hewitt, again, all so evenly matched on disposals. It is amazing. And actually, Chera said something this morning, and I believe a Carlton presser or something, and he went on to say that, we're not looking to be a team who needs to try to find, one player. We want to be in there together as a group and get it around together as a group. And that's just so good and so refreshing to hear after really, if we're going to be honest with ourselves, I'm a very honest, yet of course still a bit biased, obviously, Carlton supporter. But if we're going to be honest with ourselves, that's what it's been for legit the last 5 years. First year was Cripps. We had to get it to Cripper, and then Walsh, we had to get it to Walsh. And now, with the 2 new additions in Chera and Hewitt, they have not been flops at all, at least so far. They have absolutely really helped our midfield with the maturity level, especially Hewitt being the older one. And really just playing as a full team, and that's what I really like about our style at the moment. Yeah, sure, I'll get into, of course, the downs, because, we need to discuss the downs, obviously. I'll get into those in a second. But, everyone just playing, it's not like they're trying to hog the ball with with each other. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, and Kennedy. Kennedy also evenly matched in that midfield as well. All got 20 plus. So it was just really good to see us all like as a team, as one midfield. Just really like what's the word I'm trying to use here? Like just really play to the extent that we did, and like make it work. Because like I didn't know what to think with Chera and Chera coming into our team. I didn't know what to think of it. Obviously I was excited to get some help on Walsh and Cripps, because my God, did they need it. They've been carrying for the last 2018, last 4 years, well, at least Walsh. And then of course Cripps too. But it's just good to see us all as one. And I'm just really happy with the midfield at the moment. Forwards, that first quarter was amazing. Absolutely. I couldn't ask. Seriously, if you're a Carlton fan in that first quarter watching it, you seriously couldn't have asked for much more from the entire forward line. From always Durden, Silvani, even DeConning when he was in there. And of course, Mackay and Kerner. We couldn't have asked for much more. Like, honestly. Every time we went inside 50, I swear they always took a mark and then lined up for goal. It was just so good to see the entire forward line as well with the midfield really, up to pace. And it's just so good to see Charlie Kerner in such good form again. Touch wood, because we want him healthy. We want him for the whole season. Will we get a whole season out of Charlie Kerner? That's probably a video for another day that I might actually make. But you know what? Right now we just got to sink in and enjoy it. We're 3-0. Kerno's in fantastic form. Mackay's in fantastic form. Durden, he had a bad round 2, but round 3 stepped it up again from round 1. Always, he took some great marks, launched it inside 50 as well from the centre half. Jesus, what a mark that was, holy. I think that was actually second quarter that, oh no, it might have been first. But just what a mark that was, inside the square too, so it's an easy goal for him. 1-on-2 as well, and just really launched himself up. Great mark by him, and cannot fault anything. And of course, defenders as well. Now, the defenders I'm going to talk about for quite a bit, because they were the reason we ended up getting home in the end. And there's two people I mainly need to talk about who really had the weight of the entire defence on their shoulders because of our massive outs in McGovern, MacDonald, and Sard. And that was Wadering and Doherty. And it was rough. It was really rough when because obviously we need to talk about the negatives at some point. We can't just talk about all the positives. I've got the positives out of the way. Fantastic first quarter. Midfield looking great. In the first quarter, forward line unbelievable. And now the defense, which is where of course some negatives need to come into play here, because we just looked lost for legit the rest of the game. And how we pulled off a win, I'll never know in the end. Like, that was unbelievable. I'm going to still be a bit biased and say I'm just happy we got that win, of course. You know what? Did we deserve the win? I'm not going to comment on that because I don't know. Apparently we got smashed in the other 3 quarters as a whole. Like, I didn't see the stats, but from watching the game, it just wasn't looking great. Anyways, let's talk about some negatives because we need to get into those. I don't want to make this an extremely long video. So, I don't know what happened. I seriously don't know what happened. At halftime, I kid you not, at halftime, it was still 30 points. Halftime, 69-39, I believe. And I was like, you know what, this game is not over. All my mates were saying, yeah, you've got in the bag, 3-0, good job, whatever. I was like, this game's not over yet. I promised you, this game is not over yet. I know Carlton, and I've known him for a very long time. This game was nowhere near over yet. Trust me. And what happened? Here come the Hawks. Third quarter, now I don't know stats-wise, but they kicked more than us, obviously. We didn't do much at all in that third quarter. And in the fourth quarter, was when, all us Carlton fans really started to, let's be honest, shit ourselves, because that was terrifying, that last quarter. I tell you what, man, the mistakes we were making just weren't good. The efficiency from, I'd say after halftime, for the second half, was, it just wasn't good at all. It was really, really poor, if I'm going to be honest, and, oh man, it really hurt. Because I thought we were on to lose. And anyways, let's talk about one of the most decisive moments of that match, and that was, I can't remember who kicked it, but it's kicked about centre half forward. Gunston's gone for the mark. Waitering coming in, goes for the spoil, misses the spoil, goes to ground. Gunston takes the mark, strolls inside 50. No one on him. Plowman, of course, he had to try to stay on his man, of course, and he tried to rush out to him, and bang, it's a goal. Hawthorn fans cheer, and all us Carlton fans are just thinking, surely not again. Surely not again. I can say all this with a smile on my face knowing the final result now, but surely not again. And then we had to find something. We had to kick a goal. I believe that they were only up by, what was it? They were up by 2 points, maybe? No, they were up by a point. I do remember that now, actually. And then, all of a sudden, inside our 50, Durden, what can he do? Does a little spin, drops the ball. I was scared. I was like, surely not. And then he didn't get paid for holding the ball. And then he does a banana and kicked the goal. And we were all Carlton fans, we were up and everything, all cheering, just to find out he was touched. He went to a review and he got touched, so that wasn't fun. So then scores were level. And oh my god, I did not like that at all. And then if I'm correct in saying this, there was another rush behind for us, so we led by a point. I can't fully remember what actually happened in the last quarter because it was Sunday. What are we? It's Tuesday at the moment. But yeah, no, look, I've actually really watched the match quite a few times, not even just because we won, just to see what went wrong. And it's almost like we just didn't have the legs after the first half. It's like we put so much effort into that first half that it just crumbled beneath us. Like, we couldn't do anything about it. It was the momentum is the perfect word here. The momentum switch in this game was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And I said this to some of the boys in the group chat I've got. I was like, we need to somehow, I don't know how we're going to do it. This is when Gunston kicked the goal too. But I knew it for a while. I was like, we need to somehow flip this momentum on its head. And I don't know how we're going to flip it back towards us. The Hawks are absolutely flying right now. We are trailing right now. So, it was very scary scenes. Very, very scary scenes. And then all of a sudden, there's about 6 minutes left. And what's his face? I think it was Cripps. Cripps got it. Bang, handballed over the top. Silvani in some space inside 50. On an angle. The check side banana. Oh, man. That was an unbelievable bend. And kicks the goal to put us up by 7 points. And when he did it to put us up by 7 points, I was ecstatic. I was like, yeah, I was really, I'm not going to bloody do exactly what I did because I was very loud here watching the game. But it was unbelievable. And then a minute left. Now, this is what I really want to talk about. There's a minute left. The ball's, on the ground. Everyone's trying to pick it up. We're trying to just take it to ground without diving on it, giving away holding the ball so they get possession. That's the last thing we wanted with a minute left. So we didn't want to do any of that. So we're on the ground trying to tap it towards us or something. I think O'Meara picks it up and it gets it on the boot. There was about 30 odd seconds left at this point. Sicily was just under it waiting for the mark. And out of nowhere, Jacob Wiedering, you beauty, takes the mark. And from that point, you could have said I was a bit cocky, but at that point I was like, there's no way we lose from here. Wiedering, as experienced as he is too, There's no way he's going to make us lose from here. So, of course, took up all the time he needed until until the umpire eventually said, play on. And just really chipped it around the back for the last 30 seconds. Bang! Final siren. We all go up. We're all happy. And it was just a great win. And so happy for the boys. Now, we're not perfect. We might be 3-0, but we are not perfect. There's a lot of work to... a lot of work, maybe not a lot of work, but there is work to be done. And it's going to be interesting the next fortnight. I'm going to say the next fortnight. We've got Gold Coast and we've got Port Adelaide. Port Adelaide at the MCG, and they're in terrible form. And Gold Coast, who are, well, they're 1-2. And we've got them at Metricon. So, not gonna lie, I don't go into any game expecting to win. I don't feel like there is any game where any team should honestly go in expecting to win. Of course, there's gonna be favourites, and of course you can be confident. But I just don't go into any game thinking, we're not going to lose this game. We will win. Like, I just don't have that mentality. That's just not what I'm like. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm very confident that we can win any game we play. Any game. I've been confident for the last decade that we can win any game we play. Hasn't bloody gone too well. But, it's really refreshing to see the new faces like Chera, who are really putting the effort in, making it work. Like, Chera spoke out to the press or something today. I saw on Carlton's Instagram, and he was just praising the midfield, and he was like, of course, we have stuff to work on, of course. And even Walsh spoke, Mackay spoke, a few of them spoke today. But you know what? Monday, so yesterday was the day where, you know what? We celebrate the win. It was a hard-fought win in the end. Excuse me. And we got it done. We celebrate the win, and we, just take the day off, celebrate. Then Tuesday, which is today, you know what? Like Vossi said, celebrations are over. We got to focus now on Gold Coast because we don't take any team. Voss said it best in that press conference. He was like, I'd much rather learn with the 4 points in the bag than learn off a loss where we get nothing, And he said that perfectly. I couldn't have said it better myself. Seriously, it is just great to see. Wiedering and Doherty need a massive round of applause because they were outstanding. They were our rocks in that team, in that backline, without a doubt. Mainly Wiedering, even though Doherty had one of the games of his life, winning I forgot what the medal's called, but he won a medal. So that was also great to see. And, he's such an inspiration, Doc, over what he's been through in the last, 6+ months. For the second time, I might add as well, to come back and just smash it out of the park is just unbelievable. And I'm so proud of him, and I'm so proud of Readering, and I'm just so proud of Carlton as a team, as one. And I believe if we keep this up, we will get results this year. Like, I was watching On the Couch last night. You would have seen if you watched the review I did, that On the Couch did. I posted it. I'll leave it there or something. You'll be able to check it out after the video. But I was very impressed by seeing that we are the number one team in the comp, number one for scores from clearances, and I was very proud to see that. That proves the midfield doing its job, doing its work. And of course, some things to work on as well. But yeah, guys, for now, I might just leave it there. Let's just soak in the win while we can. About Thursday-ish for me is when I'll start, getting ready for the weekend ahead against Gold Coast. And that's when, the nerves will start kicking in again. That, hopefully we can go 4-0. We'll see what happens. But, hey, not taking anything for granted. We're 3-0 right now. We sit comfortably third on the ladder, with Brisbane and Melbourne all undefeated too. And I will leave it there for now, guys. It has been your boy Vinny XPL. Go Blues! We are 3-0, baby. Haters, sit down. That could come back to haunt me at the end of the season. But hey, I love you guys, man. I am back. Don't you worry. Vinny XBL, peace out. Like, subscribe.